Shalom and good day all, this is Tehillim29 back again for another DC review, and in this DC review I'll be covering J. Garrick the Flash and also World's Finest, so one by Jeremy Adams and the other one by Mark Waid. I'll now get things prepared for the first one that I'll be reviewing. So jumping into first things first, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? In some essence it does, especially with Robert. Who is I think a new villain on the scene, or this might actually be an older villain just brought back into the light again. To which I give the cover a 7.5 out of 10. Now it's time to move into the internal art as we have a look around the beginning, middle and of course the end, and also what's happening with our characters inside. So as the story begins, we have a bit of a fight at the Wutak Canyon, and we've got the members of the JSA there, including Dr. Fate. We have Alan Scott, not acting queer, which is absolutely fantastic. He's full on straight in this. Straight hero. As we advance to the middle of the story, we move into Detroit and also Keystone City. And we get to see some tests being done on Judy Garrick, and of course we learned that she's a healthy, or their child is healthy, care of Dr. Charles. And we of course return back to the scene, and she's later taken out to the shopping mall with Stargirl. And as we start to move towards the end, we do get to see Jay Garrick watching over Judy Garrick while she's enjoying her time at the mall. And also in the process, they get a unwanted visitor, and we get to see him play hero, which is really good. So for the internal art, I gave it a 7 out of 10. Now it's time to move in relation to the area of the story. First things first, do we get anything time-wise? We certainly do. First, we learn of 1941, so we get to see some things happening in 1941. We also come to 30 seconds later. We also have now and later being used. No, that's 30 seconds earlier, then followed by now and later. So, next is the locations that showed up in the story. We had the Wutak Canyon. We had a JSA hideout. We had Detroit, Keystone City, and also the City Mall, or the City Hall. The cast of characters consisting of Hawkman, Alan Scott, Dr. Fate, Jay Garrick, Dr. Charles, Judy Garrick. We of course had Stargirl, and last but not least, the character of Robert. For the overall rating for this, I gave a 7 out of 10. Now it's time to move into the World's Finest, issue 21. So, as we start to move into the World's Finest, issue 21, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? Sure enough it does, to which we get a 7, or to which I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Now it's time to move into the internal art as we have a look around the beginning, middle, and of course the end. And of course have Batman vs. Batman and Superman vs. Superman. So as the story begins, we have a lot of stuff taking place on Earth 22. And of course we get to see the locations not far from where the battle is, and also the actual Batcave itself, to which we've got Earth 22's Batman, I believe, and their Alfred. As we start to jump towards the middle of the story, we encounter Nightwing, and yes, this Nightwing has a red symbol, not a blue symbol, because he's not from the Rebirth universe, but the Kingdom Come universe. And we get a bit of a fight between members. And as we finally move towards the end, we get the character of Gog. So for the internal art, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Now it's time to move in relation to in regards to the story rating. So first things first, considering how far we are issue-wise, did we get any comic references, like any important comic references, even if it might be to the last couple of issues of World's Finest? No, we didn't. Next is the area of time. Not really covered at all. The locations that we had show up in this were Earth 22, the Batcave, we had Metropolis, and we also had one other location. Terrible writing once again, ruining that. Oh, Japan mentioned. That's it. The cast of characters consisting of Alfred, of course, both of the Batmans, Batman from the main Earth and Earth 22, same with Superman. We also had Thunderman, which is Boy Thunder, slash Magog. We also had Gog himself, and also, last but not least, we did see the character of Nightwing. For the overall story rating in this, I gave it a 7.5 out of 10. Until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day.